they've never experienced it, but they've heard stories. Morale, you've heard stories as you've like ghost stories told around the tavern at the ports that you've been through. Makashi, you've kind of heard things as part of your as part of your guild, right?
Well, they're undead.
So that they are.
Or like ghost-like. Well, we know that ghosts are undead, right? And they're kind of like ghosts.
You know that they're dangerous. They are, or they can be dangerous, and they're kind of like a ghostly figure.
Mm-hmm. Ethereal.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Use extreme caution.
Yeah. And leave the talking up to me and Archon, I guess. Archon, can you be nice? You know how to, what is the word? What is it?
Tactful?
I can be very charismatic.
No, the
cordial.
Like kiss up to somebody. What is
schmooze?
Smooze? Yeah, schmooze.
Smooth talk.
Exactly. Yeah, can you schmooze? Are you good at that, schmoozing? Because that's what we have to do. We have to use the side of. We need to use her vanity to get answers out of her.
Well, then that's Erod. Erod's the ladies' man.
Yeah, there you go. Let's oil him up.
Is Gerardin back?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't see it roll on intelligence.
Yeah, I believe my guy can be pretty charming, but I'm sure most people think they can be charming.
Oh, I guess. Hold on. I'm trying this. What am I doing wrong?
Okay, so you don't know what a Banshee's like.
No, I guess not. Damn.
A 1 and a 2 nice.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Putting up the Connie. Oh.
We're going to Coneyberry. Thanks for letting me say it again.
All right. All right, so you guys make the trek through the hills back down into kind of the plains on either side of the Tribor Trail. And there is kind of the forest. There's like a small thicket, kind of a foresty thing. As you get into Coneyberry, it's kind of surrounds the northern part of Coneyberry. The town itself is just a shell, a ruins, and it's the trail, Tribor Trail. It just runs right through the middle of the town. To the north, coming out of the ruins of Coneyberry, an old trail leads northwest into Neverwinter Wood, and let's put you over to.
Oh, it's the place we saw the other ghost.
Hush.
I like how I saw this and then I went AFK, and when I came back it was all spooky and I was like, what the shit did you guys do?
Oh, nice scenery change.
Thank you. All right, so the forest grows dark and still as the trail winds deeper into the trees. Heavy vines and thick layers of moss drape the branches, and the air is noticeably colder than it was in the ruined village. Rounding a bend in the trail, you see a screen made from the warped branches of trees standing close together, woven into a dome-like shelter in the shadows. A low doorway leads inside.
Oh, well, that isn't creepy at all.
Oh, well, at least the mood lightens right.
So doorway means a door?
A doorway. It doesn't mean a door.
Okay.
Hey, it's where we killed the the ghost.
Memories.
Apparently, I
from
need
the
to find some
ones
new
we
images.
spent in the past.
I remember I was looking at that one crow when Makashi stabbed that poor woman in the back.
All right. So what are you guys doing at this point? Are you going through the door? How are you
Yeah,
going
might
through the
as well.
door?
I'm gonna stealth through the door.
Okay.
Do we really want to sneak up on
Whoa,
the
whoa,
Banshee?
What's the opposite of stealth? Because that's what I'm doing through the door.
Makashi.
Alan wants to call out outside, like, "Oh, there, there! You have visitors."
And we have a
Wait,
comb
Makashi
of
just-
hers, right?
Yeah, we
I
should
called
be
the
sure to.
giver. The
So
giver,
as Makashi is trying to stealth through the door, Alan
Face
says,
it.
"Whoa there," and breaks all semblance of stealth
Yay!
as Makashi approaches the door.
Hooray for context.
Sorry, Makashi.
No, that justifies that roll.
All right. So are you continuing to go through, or are you staying
No,
outside?
no, I'm staying outside.
Okay.
And
So
who has the
I
comb?
wait for a response.
I do.
Ferrari.
All right, I kind of half shove you forward.
Well, is there anything? Is there any response to Allen? Very
No,
eager.
you
No?
don't hear a response. You don't.
I lightly rap on the door.
Yeah, I
Doorway.
approach the
There's no door.
It's a door. It's a hole. I'm taking it to be.
Okay.
well against the door frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
There's plenty of wood to knock on around here.
When he knocks, I use thaumaturgy to make it sound 3 times louder.
And I look surprised. Like I did not intend to be that loud.
You guys are so irresponsible with your magic.
So strong, Makashi.
I say, hello? Anybody here? Agatha?
I'm gonna get naked
You
and take
you
a
don't hear
shower.
anything.
Alright, what do I see inside?
Are you
through the
going
doorway.
inside?
Well,
Are
I'm
you just-
standing at the
Are you
open
poking your
door.
head through the door?
I'm standing right at the door, not going in. I'm just looking through.
All right. So you look through. It's a home of sorts. It's sheltered within the dome of woven branches. It is sparsely furnished with chests, shelves, a table, and a reclined couch. All of it old and appears to be of elven craft.
Ooh.
Is it dark in there?
It is dark in there.
I'm going to cast light, and I am going to walk
I mean,
in,
there's ambient light coming from like through the branches, the woven branches.
so I don't
but
need light.
It's dark. You can barely see in there.
All right. Yeah, I'll cast light, and then I'll kind of announce that I'm entering. I'm coming in and walk in.
I'll follow behind him.
Okay.
Hope we're not interrupting anything. We don't even know if this is the Banshee's place for sure, right?
No, but we were led here, so I'm assuming.
I'm assuming too, but I mean, as characters, we just found this thing.
So as you enter in, the air grows cold, and a powerful feeling of dread grips you.
Oh, that's not good.
Cold, pale light flickers in the air, rapidly taking on the form of a female elf, her hair and robes waving in a spectral wind. She might have been beautiful once, but a hateful expression twists her features now. "Foolish mortals," she snarls. "What do you want here? Do you not know it is death to seek me out?"
I walk in. When she appears.
I begin backing away.
Is she addressing me in particular, or is she talking to all of us?
I don't think she's happy to see any of us.
She's
Yeah.
directing it to all of you.
Like, hello, Agatha, I presume. You're looking mighty fine today.
She looks at you with the scowl, and
Surprisingly enough, I'm used to that.
and she her RBF is worse. So she kind of looks at you and so flippant. What do you want?
What do I want?
Agatha, the tales of your beauty do no justice. I bow. My name is Alan. These are my friends.
I will bow also.
We come bearing a gift worthy of your beauty.
Yeah, Durden's not bowing to an undead.
I don't know
So
how to bow.
so she smiles with cold amusement. Very well. I know that you seek many things. Ask me one question, and I will give you an answer.
All right. I take out the silver jeweled comb I was given by Sister Gareli, and I present it to her, and as a gift. And I say, we come seeking knowledge of the whereabouts.
Before
Hold
you
up,
can
hold up.
continue, she leans. She kind of leans forward, closing half the distance between her and you, and she says, "One question."
Yeah. So, do you mind? May I consort with my friends for a bit while we decide? This is a big decision. What question to ask? Wait, never mind. I don't say that because that's a question. One moment, please.
That was awesome.
Do not try my patience.
I look
Okay.
over at Alden like, are you fucking crazy, dude?
Okay. I think I see what's going on here, you guys. So we have to ask about the spell book, right?
Yes, I'm gonna ask about the spell book. What the fuck
Okay.
are you gonna ask about?
Well, we should decide, like, because there's a wizard who we were supposed to ask a question for.
We have a
there's the
really
spell
nice
book.
lady or an
Yeah,
evil
Okay.
necromancer.
I just want to make sure that everyone's, because
I'm
then we
standing
may
in front
have.
of a banshee. This is not the time for these questions.
No, well, I'd like a quorum here. Anybody?
I look over. I don't even let him finish talking. I turn around and I walk back and I look at Agatha and I say, I'm sorry for my friend. I would like to know the whereabouts of a spell book called Bow Gentle.
She pauses. That is your question? I traded
Yeah.
that book to a necromancer named Semoth from the city of Iriabor more than 100 years ago. I don't know what happened after that.
Psh, stupid question.
So we
So
didn't get an
traded
actual
this-
answer.
So Iriabor, a necromancer from Simotha, or his name was Simotha, and he was from Iriabor.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
I wrote down bullet points, but apparently I needed to be close. Alright, cool. And I say, where would you like this gift placed, Agatha?
So she looks at you, kind of tilts her head, and says, I have no use for this.
Oh.
And then she disappears.
What? I feel like people. I turn around and I look at my group and I'm like, I feel like people really pegged her for something she's really not. She's a really nice banshee. I haven't met many banshees, but she seems like a nice one. Other than the whole doom and gloom thing.
I just ask, was that the question Graelia wanted us to ask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted to know where the book was?
Or what happened to it.
Yeah. Honestly, all I wrote down was Bow Gentle, an arrow, spellbook equals 3 potions of healing. That's really all I wrote down.
Yeah. I think I remembered it being like the whereabouts of the book, but it's
we didn't-
all
we didn't
amounts to
really
basically
get
the
that.
same thing.
And does Erebor ring a bell to anybody? Do we know where the city of Erebor is?
Is that like a history check?
I don't have the answer handy. I know that it is in the western part of Faerun.
It's a major
Is that in
city.
the same? Is that the same place that that other necromancer was from?
No, he's from Thay. That's to the east.
Oh,
And she did say this was 100 years ago.
yeah, but a necromancer? Don't you think that's a little on the nose for what we just went through?
And then what
Talking
was
to
the
the
comb
necromancer?
for if she didn't want it?
Yeah,
I
they told me
don't get that.
to appeal to her, like, her vanity. That's what I'm telling you. I think they like really pegged her for someone she's not. I still don't feel comfortable taking this with me because honestly, I just don't want to fuck with a banshee. So I'm still gonna leave that here, and I place it in like the closest table that I see. And I just like place it down there, and I slowly back out of the room.
So, roll an insight check.
Oh, good. I'm great at this. Oh, I'm great at this.
So you get the feeling that there was a purpose behind the comb. You don't know what that purpose was, but you also understand that the banshee is not really corporeal and probably could not do anything with a comb. So she was, being truthful and saying that she didn't have a use for it.
It's giving a fish a bicycle.
Just like some pretty things
But that it may have had some meaning
to her.
to her.
I'm still leaving it here. I don't fuck with banshees, man. I'm leaving that in the closest table I can find, and I back out.
We could have asked her where the Rockseeker brothers were, or this is Alan. He's all upset now. or why the goblins want Gundren. Like all kinds of great information.
I think you're really mistaking this banshee with a genie. She doesn't have all the answers. She just happens to know things that are apparently magical.
We gave a sister of the cloth our word that we would finish a task for her.
At least you've got the good sense to keep to your word, which we've held. As for the necromancer, I couldn't give a damn less about his quest for knowledge.
I think that book is there. I think it's no coincidence that a necromancer is looking into the ruins of the old wizard's tower. I think we go back with this information to Sister Grayley and see if she has any insight on this, and if not, we go back.
Can we have
and
the
we either give him some bullshit,
Colonel? Can we have the exact words she said to us in chat?
Agatha?
Yeah.
Yep.
She traded the book to a necromancer named North from Erebor 100 years ago.
There you go.
So there's more than one necromancer in the world, right? And this one has a different name, and it was 100 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the link between the two, I believe, is tenuous, but I wouldn't put it past this other guy that he might know something about it as well.
Okay, so when you guys, I only came in halfway through the conversation. Did you guys ask him what he was looking for or how he knew to look in this wizard's tower for more information? I mean, it's a ruin. I would assume any useful stuff is gone by now.
I believe he was just excavating to find whatever he could. If he knew if he knew anything was going to be there to be found, he probably wouldn't have told us anyway.
So then my question is why is a necromancer from Fae, which is apparently not close, he's far from home, why would he be in a random wizard's tower here that's been in ruins and being excavated by prospectors of all things for the past God knows how long?
I think he had books that had some history about the area or even this thing, and he did seem to know historical information. Like he's researched what used to be here, and he knows a little bit more about that than any of us.
I think our best bet is to go back to Phandelver and speak to Sister Grayley and the people of the town to see if they know anything about that wizard's tower. And if anything, to get our reward from Sister Grayley and our things from whatchamacallit. And then if we feel so inclined, we can go back to the necromancer with our findings, or just pick up Sildor and go to Cragmouth from Phandelver.
One possibility is we could go back and tell him that the name of the wizard is Sernoth from Iriabor and see if that elicits a reaction from him. Like if there is a connection, and he would know that connection, presumably then, and he might give away his. If in fact this is all connected.
Well, yeah, and she's connected somehow, because she's the one that had the book, and she traded it to a necromancer. It would have been nice to know, I guess.
Why?
What she traded it for, and
Yeah,
can she trade us
questions.
stuff? I'm willing to be traded a spell book. How do I get that deal?
I don't know. So
I asked those questions out loud in case she's incorporeal but listening.
I'm assuming we're outside at this point.
I was assuming you were still inside.
Oh, I was assuming we were outside. This is a really creepy feeling place. I don't want to encroach on the Banshee, of all things. So they're inside. I'm speaking from outside the door.
Okay. I'd kind of like a little closure on this. Yeah, you're hot micing Makashi.
Oops, sorry.
I'd like a little closure on this necromancer story. Alan's not really inclined to travel all the way back to Phandelver and here again. So he'd kind of prefer to go back and talk to the necromancer now, but whatever.
I mean, it would be interesting to know what Gorelia would know about this name.
And the tower, if anything.
If we had that information while we're talking to the necromancer, it'd be nice.
How far is it between the necromancer and the town? How many days of travel?
2.5.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I thought it was 2.
If you want.
But I also understand what you're saying. Yeah, I'm trying to figure. Do we have? Well, I asked the group. Do we have a way to contact Sister Gorelia from here?
Not that I know of.
But also, I would prefer to go back to town and get Sildor to go attack Cragmouth anyways.
I don't think I trust Sildor either.
I trust him to want Gundren, and if he can help us out with a castle full of goblins and orcs and bugbears.
Oh my.
Are we going to skip the ghost town? Or do that later, or?
I mean that's on the other side, isn't it?
Yeah, that's past Cragmouth.
So if we were to do that, we would still, I would we would stop at Phandelver probably. Just to go grab all the
Yeah, I
shit
mean, why don't
forward.
we just go on our way back, talk to the necromancer, we give him the name that we have, he gives us a ring, we talk to Gorelia, maybe she gives us more information, and then we go back to the necromancer if we need to.
Did Sister Gareli tell us why they wanted the bow gentle? Why the adventurers group wanted it?
Everything that she would have known, she would have told you.
So did that include why they wanted bow gentle?
Is my passive aggressive way of saying, did you take notes?
I mean, that was the first. Well, you also gave it to us.
I'm going to say
parts,
I didn't take any notes because it was a Nakashi Rurali conversation.
I did. I wrote bow gentle. And then
We can
you
ask
gave
her.
us-
We can ask her that when we get back, I guess.
Hey, here's what I'll do. I'll scry with my crystal ball, and I'll go back and look at my YouTube video. Just kidding.
Raleigh, roll a history check.
And I'm with you, Colonel, because this is exactly how I'm going to treat you guys in Storm King. Like, I'm not going to be able to remember everything that was told to you guys. You've got to be writing that stuff down.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fair.
So basically what she told you was that she's being asked by her superiors to get the answer to that question.
Which is, where is the book?
Yep.
Yeah, that's...
Or what happened to it. They just want to know.
Yeah, I don't think we asked anything or inquired anything more that was necessary than
No, she kind of
that
passed it over.
information.
Sure. I'm down for whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, it was more or less just a favor asked of her. And that's why I didn't really delve into details, because she pretty much saved everybody's asses the first night we came into town.
Yeah, she's been so generous. We don't have to ask too many questions.
All right. So so you guys are still kind of around Agatha's home. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're hanging out having tea.
Trying to entice her to trade me a spell book.
Why does she even have a home if she doesn't need material things?
Yeah, what do we see around here? Oh, you said it was an elven home. Nothing
Yeah.
else?
The furnishings appeared to be elven made.
But is this in an elven town?
She's like a mile or two north of the town, down the trail.
Okay.
So she's not in the town. She's in the forest. But her house is kind of a dome. Like all of the wood is kind of weaved into each other.
Like a hovel.
Yeah, kind of like a hobbit hole, except it's, instead of underground, it's just a dome of woven wood.
I'm just going to, one last time, I'm going to just say loud enough with the assumption that maybe she can hear me. What would be the price for a second question? And I'll say it loud enough, hoping that maybe she could hear it, just as a last-ditch effort.
And you don't hear any response.
Okay.
So what was the plan for us to do next? Go straight to Cragmaw?
I'm with Alan, but whatever you guys want to do.
I will follow along with the party at this point.
Okay. So you guys.
I mean, having the potions from
Aurelia.
before we go into a fortress probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
It certainly would give us another edge, and we could probably use all
And
of it.
if we tell this necromancer this name and he gives us a ring of protection, maybe not a bad thing to have before we go into the next big fight. Or he lies to us and we can kill him and take care of that problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to killing him. I mean, that I kind of, well, he's a necromancer, so I wouldn't feel too bad about it.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
So I guess somebody should roll for whether we head back to the necromancer or if we're going back to Phandelver.
What would Riali and Irad want to do? I've heard what other people want to do, but not those two. Oh, and I'm not hearing Alan, though he's typing. No, we are not hearing you if you can hear us.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear you. I can see you connected, though.
Odd.
What was the last thing you heard? Technical difficulties.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll help, Colonel, but one of the things I did on one of my channels, voice channels, was to turn... There's a gear next to the name of the channel. And in one of those settings, you can turn down the amount of kbps that it's using.
Yep.
And it says something about if it's less than 65, it's better for mobile users. So I think I dropped mine down to like 60 or 50 just to see if that would help people with connecting. I don't know if it has helped or not, but...
Okay, I dropped it to about 39. Okay, Irad and Alan look like they're reconnecting.
Alan said he wanted to do a quick reboot. See if that helps.
Irad, you back with us?
You're muted.
All right, we'll wait until...
What was Riali's vote?
I gave my plan. Phandelver them back to Oldwell.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather have more information than less.
Okay. So who wants to go straight to Cragmaw? Is that just Durden?
Yeah, I think the sooner we do that, the better.
Okay.
Alan,
Makashi was...
Yeah, I think going back to the necromancer or Phandelver would be a slight waste of time. It's possible we don't have to storm the fortress and kill everybody inside. We could just do some reconnaissance, see what we're up against, hopefully not get caught in the process, and then take it from there.
Okay. Yeah, my vote's to go talk to the necromancer, then back to Phandelver, and then whatever Irad and Alan. So
We're having some issues. It's connected. I've had that issue before where it says it's connecting and then it doesn't let me connect.
Stupid Discord.
Usually I just have to shut it down and reboot the program, and that's fine.
Yeah, I haven't run into those problems yet.
All right, so both of them appear to be voting to go back to Old Owlwell.
So go back to the necromancer.
Yep.
Sure. And do what? Do you want to kill him or not kill him? That's
We're going to give him this name, not knowing if it works, and apparently we're going to get a ring of protection from him.
And then afterwards?
We could talk to Graelia. She gives us potions for getting the same message. And then we storm Cragmaw Castle.
No, I mean with the necromancer, just leave him.
Yeah, unless he attacks us. Which would be nice.
All right. So you're heading back to Old Owl Well.
And it is the closest. It's only, would you say it was an hour or two?
You would probably no. It's a couple hours. You would get there after nightfall. Because it's like
well, we don't want to be there at night, so we want to be showing up there as morning light hits. So maybe we would make camp a couple miles away for the night from Old Owl Well, and then we'd get up in the morning and check him out in the morning, and that would give us time to head back to Phandelver right after that.
All right.
Unless anybody wants to strongly disagree.
I have no objections.
All right, so you guys, the party is now traveled back toward Old Owl Well. You stop about a mile or two outside of the area and camp in a place that you think is not going to get noticed. Who is taking watch? In what order?
I'll take second.
All right.
I'll do last.
Wait, it's nighttime?
It's nighttime.
Oh, I want to get a report from my imp too on what's been going on since we left.
Okay. So the imp basically reports that Hamad spent most of the day in the tent, poring over notes. There was probably about 2 hours where he went into the excavation pit and continued excavating. Didn't appear to find anything and went back into the tent, a little frustrated and poring over some notes again.
Okay.
All right. So as everybody beds down, first watch comes and goes, and then on second watch,
Testing?
oh, we got you.
Am I back? Oh, yay! Okay.
WB.
Oh, there we go. Perfect timing. All right, so everybody's gone to sleep. Thuradin has second watch. Makashi has third watch. So everybody's pretty much asleep, and Duradin is keeping watch and feels himself very drowsy. And before I know it, he has fallen asleep. And that is where we are going to end the session.
Crap, don't I get a save?
Nope. You don't.
You lazy dwarf.
All right.
Yay. I came back just in time to end. So we're camped like right outside of Old Owl Well? Is that
Yep.
what I'm... Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And we'll come back to that in 2 weeks.
Sure.
Are we not gaming next week?
We are.
It's the Christmas special.
Oh, that's right. We're doing the Christmas special.
Yes, we are.
Baller.
Cool. All right.
Science.
So before we go,
Christmas zombies.
Yeah.
before we
Skeletons
go,
wearing Santa hats.
all right. So everybody got their experience from Wyvern Tour. Old Owl Well. So who got the gold ring?
I gave it to Alan.
Okay, Alan has it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's
because I
non-magical,
was
right?
wondering if it was magical. Yeah, that's why I gave it to him.
You can have it back.
It is not magical.
Okay.
You updated the experience points on my sheet, Colonel?
I did, and I also updated your coinage.
Gold.
Cool.
All right. So you all get 200. No, you don't. I get split.
Do you want me to write something down about the ring or not?
If you have it, no, just that you have it. It's gold. The gold ring.
Shiny and worth money.
Okay.
Let's see. Divided by 6. So everybody gets 33 experience.
Not up to 99.
For asking about Bow Gentle. And that is all.
So I've got 1196. Is that consistent for experience?
That's what I got.
Sounds right.
Yes.
And that armor class thing is still happening to my character sheet, by the way. It's super weird. Not a huge deal, though.
So you're showing 13 on your character sheet, right?
Constantly.
So, gentlemen, are we good?
We are good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Colonel. Another awesome game.
Thank you. You guys did good. And we'll catch you next weekend.
Absolutely. Y'all have a happy holiday season.
You too.
You too.
Have a good one.
Well, I guess technically the holiday would be after our session.
Yeah. Is he not coming next week?
Yeah, he'll be here. As far as